Mono Rants at the Movies, a podcast where we rant about films you may have seen at house parties. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and jumping onto the ceiling to hiss menacingly at me is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
Hello.
But we're not done yet. Waking early from 100 years of slumber, it's John from 100 Things We Learned from Film podcast.
Oi, oi! Planty says you're a cunt, just to get that in there right now.
Yeah, well,
and he'd be right.
we broke into cruel old Planty's pantry and sprang John from the cupboard. Pantry. Planty's pantry.
He's plucked me from Planty's panties.
Yeah. Brought you over here to cover some schlock.
Just the kind of schlock I like.
We don't have no highfalutin notions like Planty does, thinking that we'll just cover Oscar films. Oh.
Well, it's thanks for having me. It's been a while. Planty's been suggesting for a while so I do a show you guys. So perfect opportunity when I heard you were doing Underworld. So had to jump in. Had to.
Yeah, no, delighted to have you on. And I think I was only in one of your episodes a couple of weeks ago that Underworld was mentioned, and Planty, you talked about how he'd never cover it. And I was like, right, so this is a good time to get John on.
No, it's a good film. Quite surprised. Well, bear in mind, Planty doesn't like The Crow, so the man has no taste.
Oh, that's what I was saying. All he wants is his fucking Oscar bait films. Like
Exactly.
he doesn't like The Crow. He doesn't like Resident Evil. He doesn't.
Yeah.
We had to go and cover an entirely different type of film when we got him on and covered The Guard, because he wouldn't do any schlock with us.
No, he wouldn't. It was.
He's a glory cunter. That's what I like to call him, a glory cunter.
You're not far wrong.
Oh, but how can you not like Underworld though? It's so early 2000s. Horrible emo fucking angst banging soundtrack though.
But Planty's not. He's got no taste. He doesn't like new metal either.
Oh, what's wrong? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
he's a ska. He's a ska fan.
Yeah, says it all.
I do not want to see that man skank ever.
He's too. Yeah, he was too busy skanking somewhere instead of watching this film.
Oh yeah,
running around in brothel creepers.
Oh yeah. He's a different generation, isn't he? He's something else.
Oh yeah, but we didn't bring you here to rag on Planty. I mean, we'll do some more, don't worry. Yeah. But that's not the main reason that you're here.
No, we're here to rag on Underworld.
Yeah, we have another victim in mind.
Exactly, we're talking 2003's Underworld today.
Oh God,
the first of what, 5?
Yeah,
I think there's 7.
No, is it?
There's not.
No,
I think there's 5.
Is there 5?
I'm going to be honest. I did drop off after the third one. I watched the fourth one at some point, but I have no recollection of it.
I think I fell asleep halfway through it.
Is the third one the backstory?
Yeah.
Rona Mitra. Is it Rona Mitra?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at the time, but it kind of makes sense now we watch this film.
I'm the same. I didn't like it at first, but it's grown on me.
Yeah.
It's actually my favourite of them. I really enjoy Rise of the Lycans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm going to give it another go. I feel as if now I've watched this, I'm going to give it another go.
I love Bill
Well, we'll
Nighy
have to get you back and we'll do the whole lot.
Yeah, we'll see how this one goes. See if it's by popular demand.
Oh, we don't give a shit. We don't give a shit. Like, we just do whatever we want. And if it hits,
it's
it
not
hits.
Like Netflix. If it doesn't get enough listeners, it gets cancelled.
No, fuck that. No, it's purely about what we like and what we want to do.
Good.
And if you get enjoyment out of it, fantastic. If you don't, try the next episode.
No, I'm into that. You just want to do the whole lot. As I said, I think I've watched the second last one, and then I think I dropped off because it started to get a bit preposterous. But I like the first 3.
Yeah, they're a good trilogy.
Did she have a kid in one of them?
Yeah,
I think that's the 4th one. She had. It's like a
like
bunch
Blood
of years
Wars?
in the future. Yeah, and then the last one is Awakening.
Yeah.
That's the one with Theo James in it.
Yeah, I've definitely not seen that one.
No.
But now we have an excuse.
Yeah, exactly. We've both got an excuse. We need to go back to them, but we'll see how we go on this one.
No, I do enjoy the second one actually. What's his name? The guy who plays Marcus. He's in Midnight Meat Train. He's one of
yours, John.
Driver.
Oh, the Scottish boy.
Yeah, I can never remember his name. Damn it.
He's
not in this though.
No, he's in Midnight Meat Train.
Yeah, he's the train driver in Midnight Meat Train.
Yeah.
Previous episode.
I thought he was in Blade as well, but I might be wrong. I thought he was one of the vampires in Blade too. But
I think he might be.
It's a ginger Scotsman.
He absolutely is. He is because he's got the long hair in Blade 2, and I think he's one of the vampire squad that gets taken out early. He goes
quite quickly, doesn't he? It's like
Tony Curran.
Tony Curran. I remembered it as you said.
Yeah. That's what I first seen him in that.
Sure you
so
did.
I first seen him in that, and then I seen him in this. So I was like, oh, it's that poor Scottish vampire guy that keeps getting killed. Not that we want to spoil the second Underworld.
Hey, he lasts a lot longer in Midnight Meat Train.
True that.
Oh, he's also the Invisible Man in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
He is.
Oh,
That's
man.
Right.
And I'm quite partial to that film. I've a very big soft
probable
spot
future
for
episode of this podcast.
I've never seen him in that.
I don't see what you did there.
I thought you were going to bite there, but you never.
No, we're quicker than plenty here.
Oh, good. I need to get used to that.
But yeah, I think this film, I was waiting for it to come out because I heard about it when I was...
Then you saw promo pics of Kate Beckinsale on that cast.
Well, I mean, you were
a horny teenager.
It was the perfect storm for me. Like, it was
a hot goth chick with guns.
Yeah, it was a hot
goth chick. And it was
chick.
vampires and werewolves, which gave you an excuse to go watch it.
Yeah, but the first I heard of it actually was because of the soundtrack, because I was a massive Tool and Nine Inch Nails fan.
Yeah.
And I heard that Danny Lohner was going to be doing the soundtrack for it, and that Maynard James Keenan was going to be on it. And I was like, cool.
And it
what's
blew
the
your
film?
tiny little mind.
Well, no, I just heard about new music coming from them, and that it was going to be in this film that was basically Romeo and Juliet, but with vampires and werewolves. And I was like, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm in. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm in. I was the same. It was at a time with, as I think I've mentioned a few times, when I went through my Gothic phase with Queen of the Damned. Even watching some of these movies, it was always the music that got me. I really enjoyed the music that went through all the films. So
we watched Queen of the Damned there the other day. Oh, it's so bad.
Is it no aged well?
Well, I mean, had it aged well the second it came out? Like,
the soundtrack was about the only thing I liked.
Yeah, the
Jonathan
soundtrack.
Davis says doing all the singing.
Yeah, the soundtrack is
interesting.
Still the most new metal thing you'll ever hear in your life, but not necessarily in a good way.
It's got Chester Bedingfield and all that in it. I'm sure he does a song. Out with.
He had it was basically all the new metal bands, and Jonathan Davis just sang on most of the tracks.
Yeah.
Good to yourself, wasn't he?
Which is such a shame, because Interview with the Vampire is an amazing film.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the two films are worlds apart, in fairness.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. No, definitely. I loved Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, so when that came out, it was like, oh. Especially if you've read the books.
Yeah.
There's so much missing between the Vampire Lestat and the actual Queen of the Damned book itself.
Yeah, you don't need to have read the books to realise what a piece of shit film that is.
Oh, it's such a piece of shit.
Oh, God, it felt nothing like
No.
Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, it's dreadful.
Felt nothing like it.
It's dreadful.
Lady Rice must have been killing herself. It must have been a nightmare.
And especially after she kicked up a stink about Interview with the Vampire,
Tom Cruise
and then eventually
Lestat.
watched about Tom Cruise playing Lestat, and then eventually watched it and said he was amazing. To then see that.
Yeah, well, there is the AMC show. She did very sadly pass away last year or 2 years ago. But there is the Vampire Lestat show that's actually, I think, coming out later on this year.
Oh, yeah, so that
had her blessing, so that should be fun.
That should be alright.
Yeah.
She was involved with that, and her son, I think, is still quite heavily involved with it.
Well, John, you weren't wrong. You said we'd talk about Blade. We got Blade in straight away with Tony Curran, and then straight into...
How long?
Within the first 10 minutes. But that's par for the course for us.
Brilliant. We'll go everywhere.
I think every vampire film, though, does kind of get measured up against some of the greats.
Oh, yeah.
And like, Blade is the ultimate vampire action film.
I thought you were going to say, like, Twilight or Blackula.
Do you know, I often bang on this podcast about that kind of early 2000s era of films like this and AVP and Doom and Chronicles of Riddick and Resident Evil, a kind of action sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think to myself,
they were like the big summer blockbusters as well.
Where what kicked that off, and it probably actually was fucking Blade.
Yeah.
Blade was probably the first of those kind of based on a comic book property, action, sci-fi, horror.
It certainly helped with the soundtracks for them though, because it was a banging soundtrack for that. Even though it was a lot of techno and stuff like that, a lot of people
I actually
really enjoyed
have
that.
the album in there.
Any of the other ones that I referenced,
that gets played. That used to get played quite a lot when I was driving around Limerick, like just blaring.
Oh yeah, it's your Friday night.
Like they all Blade came before all the like AVP 2005.
Yeah.
The first Resident Evil film was what 2000.
When was Blade actually? Because I remember Stephen Dorff just being delicious.
God,
I'm pretty sure Blade's 98.
God, that's so far back in it. Hang on, I'll check.
Because there are bits of it that don't. Ooh, there's one coming out in 2023.
Yeah, it's the Marvel one.
98.
Yeah, 1998. Yeah,
and Blade 2 was 2002. So Blade 2 was very much in the middle of the whole action, bigger ensemble as well.
It had one of the Bros boys in it, didn't it? Matt or Luke Goss, one of the two.
Yeah.
Well, he was in Hellboy 2 as well.
Yeah, and he was good in it as well.
He's good in both of them.
I know he's really, really good. So I rate him, but I think he only does bits and bobs, doesn't he? Because he's done like a Hell Race. Is it a Death Race 2000?
Did he?
3 or something? Aye.
Oh, right.
So he's had the shit films.
Oh dear. But that's one of the things that I still love about this film. To try and get slightly back on track,
Bill
Nighy and Michael Sheen. It was the first thing that I saw them in for both of them was this.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise that they were proper actors.
Well,
Kate
Beckinsale was a...
And she was as well. She was all period
did like
pieces
period
and
dramas and like BBC fucking Pride and Prejudice type shit. And like she's
This is her foray into horror and action. But that's the fact of the show. I'm not going to go. That's a totally different show.
Oh no, no! You're allowed to throw. If we allow Planty a couple of facts, we'll allow you all the ones you want.
But I didn't know that Kate Beckinsale and Michael Sheen have got a kid.
Yeah, she's actually the little when you see Celine in the flashbacks.
Yeah,
that's their daughter.
Jesus, that's crazy, isn't it?
And
she met her husband on the set. She married Len Wiseman after this.
Mm-hmm.
And him and Michael Sheen are like besties.
Yeah, like David Tennant. I suppose that's a kind of dynamic. But no, that's weird.
Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, I think, is my favourite of that.
Oh God, yeah.
The bromance. It's the bromance to end all bromances.
Oh, definitely. Oh, they're brilliant together. They really are.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, no, Michael Sheen and Bill Nighy are just fucking brilliant in this. They're two of the best actors in it, but also two of the best characters. Like what they bring to it is just fucking fantastic.
That's why I like Rise of the Lycan so much. Is because you get more Michael Sheen and you get what's gotten him to this point. Because you get little glimpses of it in the flashbacks, but you don't understand quite how important he is to the whole werewolf movement.
Yeah.
Until the third movie. He's this random old, like, kind of spooky one. He's
and it was weird because he was so thin and young in it, and
he looks really, really
unrecognisable. Really good.
Speaking of young, thin, unrecognisable people, Wentworth Miller.
Oh, with the hair?
and no tattoos.
Yeah, and no muscle mass. Just a weedy hospital intern.
That's what he was. He was rubbish in this, though.
He was
rubbish.
He was considered for the main role for this.
Well, him and Scott Speedman were good friends at the time.
Yeah.
So that'd have been awkward, wouldn't it? Like, imagine going to your flat and getting thrown out because you stole somebody's part. So.
Well, in fairness, Scott Speedman is kind of just also there in this movie. He
does very much just reacts to what's going on.
Nah, it was the same role. I thought it was the same character he played in. Is it Strangers, where these people just come to his door and start harassing him and try to kill him, like The Purge? Do you remember that?
I've never seen that film. I don't really go in for home invasion movies.
He plays the exact same character. So even though his life's in danger, he's still sort of looking about. So he's got no range whatsoever.
Yeah, he's very weak in the second one. You're this badass hybrid thing. What the fuck is wrong with you? And he's I
don't think he wanted to do it. I don't think he was into it from the off. He didn't feel as if he was into it, so that's why he didn't come back for any of the rest.
No, I think you're right there. That's why after the prequel, there's just nothing to do with him anymore, really.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. I've never seen him again. I've never seen him in anything else.
Well, earlier we were saying that. We were like, what happened to Scott Speedman?
Well,
he was quite popular up until that point. He was he's still working and stuff, but he was the main guy in Felicity.
Or like he was one of the two. There was like the two fellas.
Who was that?
Felicity was a sitcom from like the late 90s, early 2000s.
No, I must have missed that one.
No,
She
you
had
didn't miss
big
much.
blonde curly hair, and there was this whole controversy when
Kerry
the actress
Russell.
actually cut her hair off, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, Felicity cut off her hair."
All right, no, I missed that.
It was
I
a
missed that
water
memo.
cooler moment, apparently.
Was it the late 90s?
Yeah.
It finished in 2002.
That's why I don't remember it.
Yeah, no, because he was in the full run of that, and that finished up in 2002, and then this was 2003, so this was sort of his launch pad into movies.
Yeah.
And
Really, was it?
It just,
Fair enough.
It launch padded him into a wall.
Exactly, right into a wall, like Wile E. Coyote.
But I mean, did he stand a chance when he's our main hero, as it were, and he's up against Bill Nighy and Michael Sheen?
Exactly.
Even
He had no
Shane
chance.
Brawley, even though he can't hold his accent to save his life.
Craven, Craven's fun just because he's so ridiculous.
Yeah, and the shirts, the fucking shirts, that glitter shirt with the stupid
yeah.
collar, and why are all the cuffs on his shirt so long?
All right, now look, before we get into costuming,
they're
hang on.
really long.
Before we get into costuming, I think we should at least go for a summary.
Okay.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, good point.
We normally go for a bit of a waffle before hitting the summary, but
Right.
maybe not this long.
No.
It might be a new record. Stop. You'll get your chance to talk about costuming. Don't worry.
It's like the cuffs. They're so long.
They are. Watch it again. They literally go
They
from
really are.
mid forearm to the end of his fingers.
Don't you be encouraging her. I'm trying to do a summary.
I won. It reminded me of the baddie in Hellraiser 3, but he was a totally different. He never had any floral big shirts.
Planty, you didn't warn me. The sexiest vampires you've ever seen are locked in a centuries-long war with the grimiest werewolves you've ever seen. But when it seems the long-dead leader of the werewolves, Lucian, may not be so dead after all, latex enthusiast and death dealer Celine must team up with some guy to stop Lucian's nefarious plan and rock out to a bitchin' soundtrack.
Nefarious. That's a better use.
That's pretty much it in a nutshell, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it, wrapped in a pair of latex trousers.
I was saying to Kira earlier, when this film came out and the first couple of times I watched it, I just spent most of the time when Kate Beckinsale is on screen being all, yeah.
I know. I think we all did as well.
But
I think
now the last 3 or 4 times I've watched it, I'm just like, that poor woman.
That just looks uncomfortable and chafy, and she must be sweating her fucking tits off.
Yeah, she was on like apples and something.
And
yeah, it
there's
was pretty bad.
it just must be a soup of like sweat and talc in there to get in and out of that, and then there's a corset over it as well. Like,
well, I think hers was tighter than Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman 2,
and
but
she
apparently
was
Michelle
vacuum
Pfeiffer had to be
packed.
sucked in.
Yeah.
Sucked in.
She couldn't
like
hear
we were all
anything.
sucked in.
Apparently she lost so much weight to fit into the suit that she ended up catching pneumonia while they were filming because it was so cold.
Oh.
She's not like she's a tiny human as it is. Like she's a former ballerina. No, like very tiny frame.
It was the early 2000s.
ridiculous.
It was acceptable back then.
Yeah, but then like
Yeah,
filming
I
in
know
like
what you mean.
pissing rain and stuff like that, and making yourself horribly ill.
Worth it.
we can say that. She might have a different opinion, but
yeah, totally worth it.
But in fairness, though, that aside, the costuming is great, Kira.
Yeah,
So-
no, there is a lot of repetitive
Oh yeah,
Celtic knotwork on it.
Mm.
Especially Amelia's throat collar matches the collar on Victor's big capey thing.
Oh, his big rock star jacket.
His big,
yeah. It looks
Yeah,
a
it
business,
does.
doesn't it?
And his
It
kilt.
really does.
I love his kilt because it has that allusion to like old pharaohs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that's the intention.
Especially with the banner piece in the middle. Although I could have done without that weird contraption-y thing, his like rehydration vault yoke that's like following him around the place.
Walking about with the blood
I think it's
transfusion,
great.
the
Just
mobile
like plumping
blood
him back
transfusion.
up.
No, I love that because I think it adds to it because she gives him his blood and that starts to wake him up.
Yeah.
But obviously it's not enough. He's going to need loads because he's a dried out husk. Like And you see him
he's
slowly filling back out then until he's full victor at the end of the movie.
I kind of wish he just went poop.
Full of vigor and victor.
I kind of wish he just kind of went poof, the way SpongeBob does in the movie when he turns into the real sponge.
Oh, what, like he put his thumb in his mouth and blew really hard and just popped out like.
Like Christopher Lloyd in that Looney Tunes film.
Just there we go, plump.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That'd be funny.
Oh, that was a great episode of yours there recently as well.
Oh, I do love that film.
Yeah, it was. It's hard. It was a hard watch because you're trying to look for things and you see some inconsistencies, like things floating in the background that shouldn't be floating. So, but no, it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Actually, speaking of, this holds up. I mean, it's not that it's that old, but it holds up pretty well as well.
Well, they did do a lot of stuff in camera, which always helps.
Yeah.
Always helps.
Yeah, a lot of running scenes, especially with kind cars, were practical. The scene that I always loved right at the beginning was when Celine jumps off the tower. But it looks fake when she's going down, but as soon as she hits the ground and stands up, it looks brilliant.
We were talking about that. It's nice that she doesn't do like the superhero landing. It's just a little kind of boop. Like a cat landing.
It's literally just down.
Yes,
she just
it's
down
so
absorbs it and then just keeps going. But that was a practical effect as well. It was basically a system like the sky jump in Auckland.
Yeah.
The rig system it's geared to slow you down. We actually did it when we lived over there. It's like a controlled base jump.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a big winch system and it's
designed by cavers for getting into, these like caves where they like...
Yeah, so it's counterweighted perfectly so that they
wouldn't get you down and you land on your feet. It's amazing. I highly recommend it to anybody if you're ever in Auckland.
Yeah.
That's the same system that they use in it. So that is a real effect that they could repeat safely.
Yeah.
And just like haul her back up again every time.
Yeah,
but yeah, that landing was beautiful to watch.
A lot of it is just wire removal and things like that.
I love wire work. Anything to do with wire work. I think that's why I love The Matrix, because all the wire work was superb. I love practical wire work. It just looks a lot better than CGI.
That was something else that Ingrate was giving out about the other day, was The Matrix.
What were we watching that was mostly... there was very little wire work in it.
Very little.
District 13 has almost bugger all wire work.
Oh, District 13, yeah. That's because it's all...
Oh, is that the parkour?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. There's a second one, isn't there?
Yeah, District 13 Ultimatum.
It's a bit more ridiculous, but it's fun.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, they just lent into it. They went a bit more crank, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's kind of like the Young Back series, where the last one was just "Where's my elephant?"
Yeah,
and it was a series of very stylish fight scenes.
No, that was brilliant
with a very loose story.
Yeah, but yeah, no wire working.
The body guy in it was really good. I don't know his name, but he was really good in it. The sort of cop.
Cyril Raffaelli.
Ah, right, okay. Is that the bald one, or?
That's the bald one. Yeah, he's an actor and martial artist, and he was taught parkour for the film by the other main guy.
Oh, right, okay, because it works really, really well. But yeah, it was a good. I loved. There was no wire work in that whatsoever. It just looked intense.
Except for the bad guy getting launched through the ceiling when he's getting extracted from the casino.
Oh, yeah.
Boing!
But yeah, no, all the wire work in this is done really well.
Yeah, it's not flashy or flippy or unnecessary. None of the fight scenes have like unnecessary shit except for the dude with the fucking whips who stands there while Reyes is transforming and doesn't rip his head off.
He deserves to die.
Yeah.
Just stand there, just swinging the whips around.
I know.
You have 2 6-foot-long bull whips that are razor sharp and covered in spikes. Basically, you have 2 Golgameth vaginas. And you're just doing all this like, it's cool. You can do a weave with them.
Yeah.
I can do a weave. I have poi. I can do the same fucking thing. If the guy's standing there, clearly vulnerable, fucking take his head off.
Exactly. I'd be throwing bricks at him and everything. I wouldn't just be hitting him with a whip. I'd be just launching stuff and trying to push him into the water.
Did nobody watch Indiana Jones?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Maybe use some of those fancy new bullets that Can's just developed.
Oh yeah, the fucking liquid silver ones.
Yeah.
Oh
I understand that it's Kevin Grieux and he kind of like wrote it and they can't really kill him in his own film.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Because that'd just be rude.
And that's his real voice, which I love, and the fact that he lectures in biology is hilarious because that is the
PhD in microbiology.
Yeah, that's the scariest lab you don't want to like ever fuck up in.
Yeah, it was quite eerie, wasn't it? It was so funny.
I do like the little bits that he kind of added in from that, like using the liquid silver or the UV bullets, or that there is kind of a bit of a semi-scientific approach to the genetic aspect of making the hybrid.
Even the shurikens were quite good. Why would you have ones that you throw that pop out?
Why are they so fat?
I know.
How much force did she need to throw those with that those things stuck into them?
Yeah, because they're big fucking weighty discs. Like, they didn't need blades. If you just launched them at somebody's head, you could knock them out quite easily. Like, they had some substance to them.
Yeah, they were halfway in as well, weren't they? Right in
there. He's using a pair of pliers to pull them out while he's getting questioned. I love the doctor. He was in Das Boot. He was the captain, I think, in Das Boot.
Yeah, he's great.
His madness is so fun when he's telling the story in front of Victor. And he's semi-detached from it in this weird, fucking culty, fanatical way.
Yeah. I just love the way he said lichen.
Just such a cool way. His delivery is great.
It's just oh man, no, it's really creepy in it as well. Some of the giggles are sometimes in the background, and it's really creepy. So no, he done well.
Or even in the first scene he's in, when he comes back after checking the poor guy who's been strung up and bled dry, so they can test. When they realise that hasn't worked, and he comes back out and he's like, I really must get a look at this Michael. The delivery of all of his lines are he's so good.
He really reminds me of Radek in Stargate Atlantis.
Oh, David Nichol?
Yeah, very similar kind of delivery style.
That
random, like, I know he's Austrian, so it is, but...
No, he's Czech.
No,
the guy in Underworld
is Austrian, but it's just a very similar kind of rapid... Jindrik does it as well, a good friend of ours. When he gets on a rant and goes off, it goes into the same kind of style. And I think you have to be from that kind of region to do that really well, because they all do it.
Yeah, well-timed delivery is what it's all about. We're quite fanatical over here. We're quite fanatical, so everybody's trying to get stuff out, so we don't have time to slow down and just say a nice, well-delivered line.
There was actually, your nation is sadly lacking in representation in this movie. There's a couple of Irish people, loads of English people.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only guy that is Scottish is dried up and stuck in the coffin.
The aptly named Sir not appearing in this film.
In fairness, considering the Irish tend to claim anyone with an Irish grandmother, he can have Scott Speedman because his parents are Scottish.
There you go.
That's a good point. Yeah. There you go. You can have Scott Speedman. I'm sure you're delighted.
We'll take, I don't think we went with Miller, but we'll take Scott Speedman. There's no Scots whatsoever in this. They've disappeared. The Welsh are there. The English are there.
Nah, the English are everywhere.
Shane Brawley's from Belfast.
Yeah, we'll take him. He's ours.
Yeah. Well, the accent just wants to be there. It's so funny because I think Liam Cunningham is the only Irish person that can shout without the accent. Yeah,
Irish actors just can't shout without the Irish accent coming out.
Right? Do they shout in American?
The prime example that I always use is
X-Men First Class.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender in X-Men First Class. When he comes out in his sub and he's all shouty and screamy, it's just his Irish accent. It's just his Irish accent.
That's true.
And when Craven, when he first meets with Lucian in the car, and he's all angry that
he chokes him, didn't he?
Yeah, the Belfast accent comes out a bit there as well.
I think they should have just left him with his normal accent, and
instead
of having him be so shouty angry, just let him do that real low talk threat in the accent.
I'd have had more respect and more fear for if he did have, because I felt as if, even though he was meant to be the big saviour and the big I am, he just didn't really have the gravitas. So maybe if he kept his Irish accent...
the shirts didn't help.
Yes, his sparkly shirts didn't help.
No, but he had to go everywhere with his entourage, and nobody seemed to really respect him. There's the bit where he tells the guy to get out of the observation room, and your man's just kind of sauntering out, and he literally grabs him and he's like, come on, get out!
Aye. It's like, I tell you twice. Go.
He's a bit like very early Blackadder. He's that kind of snivelling.
The snivelling first character.
He's made this deal that he never thought would come back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah.
And now it has, and he's scrambling to get out of it. He doesn't kind of present as this great hero who took down this legend among vampires and werewolves.
God, yeah.
Oh, well, I think Lucian has the best line in regards to that towards the end of the film, where he tells him, I don't suppose it ever occurred to you you'd have to bleed to perform this little coup of yours.
Yeah, that's quite a good line, actually.
Tells you everything you need to know about him as well. Like.
Whereas, Lucian then, he's quite, compared to all the rest of the werewolves, Michael Sheen's like quite a small man.
Yeah.
They're all like 6 foot something and like fucking.
Oh yeah, they're all bears. Oh, I say bears, but you know what I mean, like wolves.
Yeah.
Wolves.
But they're all like tall, like gangly.
Yeah, they're all big, but he's
rangy looking. He's quite small and wiry, but he still had a really commanding presence. Like when he walks in when they're fighting.
Yeah.
You know straight away he's head honcho.
Yeah, you need to make that point straight away.
Yeah.
The only way you know Craven is head honcho is because he has this massive fucking entourage following him. And everyone's like, ooh, what the fuck is going on?
He keeps telling everybody he's in charge.
Yeah, just because you keep saying it doesn't make it true.
Later on, they start discussing this is how bad he is, or that's how there was no respect from anybody's point of view. It wasn't till she was reading the sort of their Bible at the end that told you about Craven that I went, oh, I know that name. Then realised, oh, it's that fucking guy with the shirt.
Oh, that's why he's important. Yeah.
He commands no respect at all.
No.
His name suits him, though. Somebody who's Craven is someone who's a coward.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's a little bit on the nose.
No, I like the bit, well, not the bit where he slaps her, but for what it leads to later, because she has this look. We've seen her do everything in this film, the whole or like up to this point. You know, she's done the subway chase scene, she's beating the crap out of werewolves, shooting guns, flipping over people, and then Craven slaps her, and you're like, "Ooh, she's not gonna let him. She can fucking kill him." Like, no.
I know. You should have done that.
I was like, that's not believable.
About 20 minutes later, he has some line about, I think it's after Victor's woken up, he's like, you'll go in there before Victor and you'll tell him what I tell you to and you'll do what I say from now on. And she just pams him to the nose and smacks him really hard. And it's like, yeah, she gave you one, buddy. She wasn't going to give you another freebie.
No, she gets him right in the bottom of the chin.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be like a no shot.
No, she gets him right under the chin with the
stun
spam. Oh, you at least bite your tongue.
Oh god, aye.
Yeah, no,
that really
it's
hurts.
a beautiful pop. It's brilliant.
Because at the beginning when he's with that blonde lass, she's like, oh, I'd never do that with you. And he's like, go make yourself useful and go and get her ready. And you're like, man, you're an absolute prick here.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. She's good fun as well, actually. You're one, Erica.
Erica's like, fuck you.
I know, fuck you,
when
man.
When she overhears the whole conversation about it, he's like, I can't have my queen running off with the
my future queen.
And she's like, oh, well, fuck you, buddy.
Did you see the size of her fangs, though? When she seen Michael was bitten, she jumped on the ceiling, but her fangs were massive.
That was...
I wonder if they get for extra large fangs.
That was apparently an intentional thing because nobody else really goes mad bearing their fangs in this film, except for maybe the guy at the start when he's fighting with Rays.
Oh, yeah, when they're having their hiss off in the tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
So they just wanted to have somewhere to highlight it, and apparently that's one of the most popular shots of the film, is her jumping onto the ceiling and hissing at him.
Oh, really?
It's very old school, kind of like Dracula crawling across.
Yeah.
Like Bram Stoker, like old school.
Yeah, that whole, when he goes up and then crawls across the ceiling.
Aye. Takes you back to the old Hammer horror days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was the vibe they were going for, apparently, was the old Hammer horror and Universal horror picks, but updated with metal music and leather, basically. Oh, no, and guns.
They landed a look. Yeah, they definitely landed a look.
Yeah.
And that's the thing as well, because when you're watching it, you do feel as if it's a proper old school vampire movie. I know obviously there's a lot of werewolves in it, but yeah, you can really feel that they went for an old school vibe with the retractable fangs.
Yeah, I think going the route they went, making them all, like, having them in this big fancy mansions and being
these, like,
rich
nests.
and not actually
this opulence,
but they don't prey on humans at all. They seem to be like above that. I think that was a much better choice than, say, going the Blade route, where they're like techno vampires having raves and stuff like that. Works in the Blade universe, don't get me wrong, but in this it's better to have them as these gothic guys. Even the train that Amelia arrives on is a real old school car.
It's very steampunked.
Yeah, it's like the Orient Express, isn't it? Perfect.
Yeah.
And then they do have the comment that they've been eating livestock for a very, very long time, so they've never seemed to have preyed on humans.
Yeah, well, she has
their history.
She has that thing about cloned blood, and they own a blood bank or whatever.
Well, they say that as well. It's, especially there was one point which they say that Lucian was dead. Was it for 6,000 years? And you're thinking, if they've been about for 6,000 years, they're obviously going to find another way of getting fed.
Yeah, otherwise everybody would be dead.
Exactly.
Especially when they don't seem to have the traditional kind of mind control power of vampires. The whole look into my eyes.
Seducing women and all that. Like good old Christopher Lee.
Yeah. True Blood has it where they can make them forget, and that kind of trope happens a lot in Interview of the Vampire, where they just straight up murder them.
Oh yeah, they didn't rely on a lot, like the stake to the heart, the gut, all that sort of thing. They didn't rely on any of that at all, which I really liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think part of that as well is because for most of the first movie, at least anyway, you were supposed to think that the vampires are the good guys, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
And the werewolves are the bad guys, because that's how it's framed. So obviously you don't want your good guys running around snacking on, civilians.
Exactly. Yeah. Just shooting them in subways.
I do love Victor's disdain for the history.
Oh, yeah.
When they're talking about the Corvinus bloodline, and he's like, yeah, one was born by bat and one was born by wolf. We all know the story. Ha!
He is, especially when you watch the third one, you see exactly what happened. You can tell why he's obviously trying to bury everything, which I thought was good. And from the first one, yeah. So he's obviously got something to hide.
Yeah, I think that was something that we talked about watching it today, and I think when you have viewed the trilogy, you can appreciate certain things in the first film a lot more.
Yeah,
like if you're watching it the first time, when she wakes up Victor and tells him the guy who left in charge, or the guy who's in charge, is probably in league with the werewolf he said he killed hundreds of years ago, and his response is to go, "You woke me up out of turn. That was bad. You're going to get judged, and I'm going to let the guy you're accusing go and find the proof of his wrongdoing."
I know.
You're like, that makes no sense. But when you've seen the other films, you know.
Oh yeah.
He hates the werewolves so much that the idea that she's even friends with one is enough that she's just she's sickening to him now.
That one scene in the third one explains it all. As soon as you see the ferocity is attached to that man, he just hates him.
Yeah. You get his scheming then in the second film.
My scheming face.
That bit that you're just talking about. He refers to the myth of the first immortal as being just a myth, but he knows that.
Well, he points it out. He's like, there's a descendant of Corvinus lying not 3 feet from you.
Yeah, but he tries to imply that the myth that the werewolf says is completely wrong. Mm-hmm. But Victor knows it's the truth. He knows Marcus is the son of Alexander Corvinus, but it suits him for everybody to think that he was the first vampire.
Yeah. But it all falls into play once you see him. I think they should have just kept it as a trilogy, See if they'd have done that, I think it'd have worked a lot better. Should have just left it alone.
Well, I mean, I think if you want as well, you can just ignore, do what I've done for the last couple of years and ignore the last 2 films and just pretend it is a trilogy.
True. a lot of people did that with The Matrix, didn't they? There was only one.
Yeah. The second and third films had their...
moments.
They had their moments, but it was mostly just kind of like fun action sequences.
And the huge tribute to the Warriors
of the Matrix, that is.
With his big speech in the cave, "Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?" Love that scene.
That whole tribute.
Love that scene.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're right. There's like the second and the third Matrix films are good action films.
Oh yeah,
but they don't have any of the
mystique and intrigue of the story
of the first one.
The first one blows your mind. The second two are just sort of filler. Beautiful special effects, creating a motorway so they could do a special effects on the motorway, which was great. But it didn't do anything for the story, and if anything, at the end with the whole cross thing, didn't work for me. Actually,
speaking of special effects. This has one of my, I don't know, I think it's just one of my all-time favourite stunts because I just love how they did it. Mm-hmm. When Lucian's chasing the Jag with Celine and Michael in it.
Practical effect as well.
Have you seen how they did that one?
So it was a long trailer behind the car?
Yeah, they basically hung about 2 or 3 foot wide strip of carpet that was about 50 metres long or so, or 20 metres long from the back of the car. And then started driving, and he was kind of in a racing kneeling position, you know what I mean, like somebody would on a racing track. And then just got up and started running on that as they were going, and it looks great Because
it looks brilliant.
That side shot where you see him chasing up,
he's actually running.
And he's
because
on
he's
the
running
carpet.
properly.
He's catching up with the car. It looks fantastic.
Because a lot of them you see it's either speeded up or it doesn't look right, but no, they cracked it.
That's a car doing 50 and a guy gaining on it in real time, and
it's
looks
not
great.
What's his name? Robert Patrick?
Oh.
He was in Terminator 2, T-1000.
Yeah,
who learned to run so efficiently, he kept outrunning the cars he was supposed to be chasing.
That guy wasn't right, was he? He was great.
No, he learned to run in a very specific manner to do that really like robotic run, and he actually went and trained, I think, for like 6 or 7 months to be able to run and not look fatigued or visibly panting. And he basically developed such an efficient stride that he had to slow down.
Jesus, that's crazy, isn't it?
No, he's not in this, but
his brother is.
Yeah, his brother is on the soundtrack.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard Patrick is the singer and guitarist from Filter.
Oh, right, okay. Man, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, they are. I think they might even be twins. Or they're definitely very close in age, but they're definitely brothers.
Yeah.
They're definitely brothers.
He doesn't quite have the pointy ears thing going on, but they are related.
They're not related.
I do love him as well in Stargate Atlantis, but he does get eaten by a wraith in the first episode.
Wow.
Yes.
Which is a shame.
Yeah, shows up for like the first episode, dies off. The usual, that the sci-fi show thing of getting a well-known sci-fi actor in for the pilot episode and then killing them off.
Yeah, it seems to be a thing then. It's Sean Bean. That's why I don't want to watch that new thing Sean Bean's
the many deaths of Sean Bean.
Yeah.
It's just
unless it's sharp, although he did, I think, die at the end of every one of those.
I don't know.
Like Quantum Leap?
Yeah.
His host just died. It's a totally different show that now.
I didn't even realise there was a new Quantum Leap.
I'm not interested. If Sam Beckett's not in it, I'm not interested.
But back to this movie.
Yes. We do mono rant on here.
We said at the start, and me and you, John, kept saying that we were going to rip this film to shreds, but we've actually been nothing but kind to it for most of the...
I know, and do you know what? See the one thing...
Well, except to Scott Speedman. We were kind of mean to Scott Speedman.
We were meeting him. But see, I remember when it came out and I was watching it, I used to think to myself, man, this is so ahead of its time. But see, when I'm watching it sometimes now, I think it was perfectly timed for the early 2000s, because I don't think...
Yeah, it very much matches the kind of energy.
Yeah. Yes, I don't think you can make something like that nowadays. It just wouldn't work.
No, it was very much a product of that kind of new metal. Everything's a little like not quite extreme, but everything's like a little bit dirty.
Yeah, it was after the 90s extreme, but before the mid 2000s, everything must be super dark and super gritty.
It's gritty reboot season.
It was just between those two. It was on the nexus.
And I think some really good action films.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That balance it really well. They have those little moments that kind of break it up. Like there's not a lot of comedy in this, but some of the characters are so quirky that it is kind of
it breaks
comedic relief.
Yeah. There's a
as opposed to them all being dark and gloomy.
Especially some of them that die. I get a feeling if they made it nowadays, it literally would cater for the whole Twilight people, and the whole marketing would be like and subscribe.
It would be
I don't
think it would work. I don't think it would work now because it's a very self-serious film.
Yeah,
and it doesn't really have any self-awareness in the way that a lot of films of the kind of films that get made nowadays do. A lot of them tend to be a little bit more
aware,
meta or self-aware or tongue-in-cheek. Whereas this film, and not necessarily in a bad way, but this film is definitely, it takes itself quite seriously.
Oh yeah. To me, it was,
except for maybe Bill Nye, he had a great time doing this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bill Nye. He
was like chewing sets. He had so much fun.
It was. I got the same vibe for this. So I absolutely loved Event Horizon, and I got the same sort of vibe for this because it took itself really seriously. There was hardly any comic relief in them whatsoever, and they both had a banging soundtrack. So, but I got the same sort of dark vibe for.
And Underworld did the soundtrack for Event Horizon.
Yeah. No, it was Orbital.
Oh, it was Orbital.
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 God,
One of the best special features I've ever seen in my life.
The interview with Orbital on the Event Horizon 25 anniversary.
Yeah, there's an interview with Orbital, and
I swear to God, one of them was peeled off his face
as well. But yeah, one of them's doing all the talking, and one of the other fella I think he's peeled off his face because he's gurning, and when he's not gurning, he's just looking at the other guy going, yeah, and like rubbing his hands together and like bouncing around, and then goes all silent and real starey for a few seconds. And then the other guy will say something that he'll agree with loads again. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's so fucking funny.
I need to watch that and get hold of it.
And it's just like in the booth in a nightclub, like during the day. It's like the little round table, and they're being interviewed, and it's very funny.
Yeah, it's on the special features for the special edition.
I know, I need to get involved. I do like the film, so I've never really seen that. So I'll have a look, see what's going on.
The special edition for that is quite fun because there's a lot of behind the scenes and like better look at concept art for the reactor, the house, but also the reactor chamber in full light because it is stunning and you never get to kind of see it because it's so shadowed.
Yeah.
A lot of behind the scenes of that is really, really pretty. And all the bodies and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that. Some of those, they've got some amputees to do the main orgy sort of scene at the beginning. Yeah, but a lot of that's been lost in time now. They cut it to shreds and lost it all.
It was basically
they lost all the original footage in a it was like stored improperly in a mine in Serbia or something like that.
Jesus.
But I think you're right that it has that Event Horizon vibe. Yeah,
it's unique. They're both very unique and feel different to like nothing I've seen before.
Yeah, no, it definitely takes vibes, I think, and influence from Event Horizon. But you always think that these films are directed by Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah.
I constantly have to remind her.
You're like, no, it's Len Wiseman.
It's
it's Paul W.S. Anderson film.
But they do have a very similar feel to Paul W.S. Anderson films.
Yeah, it smacks you in the face with the metaphors. Like, it's not very subtle about some things. It's got a lot of his trademarks. And the banging soundtrack, in fairness.
And the banging soundtrack, yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but that was one of the things. Speaking of a lack of subtlety, that was one of the bits of trivia on IMDb was that there were themes based around interracial relationships and racism in this film. And it was
really?
Oh really?
There's a type,
and the
guy.
Yeah, the very next bit of trivia was that it was
he might be like fucking racist or at this place I think it's xenophobic, species phobic.
She's speciest.
I think vampophobic.
I understand not wanting like dog hair on the sofa, but
no,
that's a bit extreme.
It takes it to another level.
It's my recliner. I got the receipt for it right here. That's a reference for about 3 people out there, probably.
Yeah, those people are going to like and subscribe. I'm just going to use that like and subscribe for the rest of the show.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Even though I don't have a YouTube channel.
But have we managed to get onto things we didn't like?
Oh God, that's a toughie.
I don't think we did.
There's not much.
The
self-seriousness is the only thing I can think of, really.
Thingy's transformation scene in the back of the cop car, because the cops are like, he'll be fine, we'll get there, and he's like in the back going, my ribs are popping off, and his response is to turn up the radio.
Yeah
because it's not a screaming child in the back, it's a dude turning into a werewolf for the first time.
Yeah, you'd have thought they'd have seen the moon as well, considering it was glaring.
And if you're gonna sedate him, why don't you sedate him before he becomes super angry and has big pointy teeth?
They know what he's going to transform into. So why wouldn't you just try and stop him
now?
Exactly.
Also, why are they like, we need to get the kit? Why don't you have some form of trank gun? You know what you're dealing with. Like, fucking be prepared.
And how the hell did they get to that hospital so quickly as well? I mean, he just let him let go of my arm, Michael, and then walks out in the next minute, walking back in. I'm like, what the fuck?
What's with the sliding subway car doors in the hospital that Michael works in?
Oh yeah,
that was weird. Where was that just me?
Was it no surgery, so you don't need to touch doors? Because it says there's a surgeon, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
But anytime
Into
somebody
the
goes through the
locker
door,
room?
don't they put their hand on it and slide the door open?
I don't know.
So it wouldn't be that.
I wasn't
just
really
thought that
paying
one was a bit
attention.
weird.
Elbows.
The hospital's the only place I feel like doesn't fit because the mansion is obviously like old and creaky and Victorian.
Yeah.
Yes.
But in quite good maintenance and like it's very ornate Victorian and like mahogany and very polished compared to Michael's apartment building, which could be anywhere in the former Eastern Bloc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nondescript. And then the safe house that they take them to is very
run down,
kind of like pre-USSR type, like that's you'd see
yeah, because when you walk in, there's bricks and all that around the stairs, isn't there? As if the roof had fell in, so it just didn't make any sense. But
yeah, I think that is supposed to be like an abandoned building, and that's why they use it as a safe house. And that's,
even the apartment building,
the hospital
it's
is the
got
only
like
one.
that very faded, ornate, like it was once upon a time. It was grand because there's the beautiful marble floors that she shoots to shit, but the plaster's crumbling off the walls.
Yeah, the hospital set is the only kind of.
Because even the subway is decorated very much in kind of an old world style with all the
it's an old Victorian subway.
Even like some of the railway stations in Germany and stuff like that would have these kind of like very ornate decorations, and a lot of the ones in the Ukraine and Russia.
It looked like the same set. It was in Hellboy when he's in the subway. Exactly same colour. The sort of dirty yellow, the sort of dirty off greens.
It's probably a closed station that's rented out.
Mm. Yeah, like the one in Ghostbusters too.
Yeah.
Do you know who paid for it though?
Who?
Bacardi.
Yes, I've seen that. Product placement with a bat on it. Did you see the bat?
Yeah, massive Bacardi signs all over that.
Is there? I didn't even notice.
Sponsored by Bacardi.
Oh, it's so obvious.
Product
placement. No, I think the best, most obvious one is Strictly Ballroom when they're dancing in front of the big Coca-Cola sign.
Oh god.
Oh no, the most obvious one is surely Wayne's World.
Oh yeah.
Presenting it to the screen.
Pepsi. But no, I noticed that straight away as soon as they started fighting. I think even one of them fell into the sign, didn't they? The Bacardi sign. I was like, man, that's product placement and a half.
You know when Michael rescues the bystander who's been shot. Yeah, when he's telling her it's gonna be okay, just stay still.
I know you
that's
just
when
said
there's like
bystander, but I heard you say Spice Brew.
Spice Brew.
What?
Spice Brew. You were like when Michael rescued the Spice Brew, and I was like, sorry, who?
I heard bystander.
I'm glad you did. I was worried for a second.
I know.
I was like, no, they're called death dealers.
Spice Brew.
Spice Brew. Yeah.
There's a new product.
An innocent Spice Brew. But yeah, that's right. You looked off, didn't you? The sign.
I just have this picture now of curry sauce mixed with lemonade.
Or mixed with iron brew.
Oh, there you go. One for the guest.
Yep.
We'd order haggis in there, be nice.
Oh, I do like some haggis.
Yeah. Some haggis and iron brew.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with a good bit of haggis. Haggis is lovely. It's basically just big pudding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
pretty much.
That's my wedding menu.
It's just a whole ball of pudding.
You could try. But no, there's no much to not like in this. I think the only weird thing I noticed was it last for Resident Evil? Is it Mila Mojovic?
Mila Jovovich.
Aye, singing one of the songs. That was a bit weird.
She's a song on the soundtrack called Rocket Collecting. I quite like that song actually.
No, it's really but it's just weird her singing it because when she's singing it, usually you can put a face to that singer, but I couldn't even picture her singing it, to be honest.
She had an album with
like Tony Bennett or something like that.
Yeah, well, Lady Gaga had an album with Tony Bennett as well, but she did like a blues or a classical kind of jazz album, and her voice does suit that. Yeah. She's got like that real smoky, sultry 1920s songstress in a evening club.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The sultry female version of the Cab Calloway. Yeah,
the only singing of hers I've ever heard is on this soundtrack, but it's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good.
It's really good. David Bowie as well. I think I mentioned
this name before. God,
she does backing vocals on that song as well.
Oh, does she?
I love Bring Me the Disco King.
Maynard James Keenan does the male backing vocals and the chorus on that.
Aye, he's really good.
Mila Jovovich and somebody else, I think one of the other female contributors to the soundtrack, did backing vocals on that as well.
Man, I did well on it because it sounds phenomenal.
John Frusciante's playing guitar on that track as well.
Oh, so he is, yeah. Everybody was excited.
The amount of people on it. Wes Borland from Limp Bizkit.
He was the best part of Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. Obviously Danny Lohner and Nine Inch Nails put the whole thing together.
Yep.
This is where Maynard James Keenan's side project, Pussifer, started as a result of his work with Danny Lohner on this.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, that's where, because their very first song, Revelation 2220, it's like the second or third track on the soundtrack, is a Pussifer song.
Right.
After that, then they kept working together and started releasing a bunch of different albums.
No, they've done really well because they've done a couple on this, haven't they? The Pussifer.
There's loads on it. There's fucking Skinny Puppy is on it. There's a Perfect Circle remix is on it.
That's a cracking song.
Dillinger Escape Plan, Finch. It's just so fucking good.
I know, it really is.
No, Bring Me the Disco King, because I love a good cover. This and The Man Who Ruled the World. I love David Bowie, but those two songs were done better by other people. They really were. Like The Man Who Sold the World, the Nirvana unplugged version of it. That's an amazing. That's way better than the original.
David Bowie was a showman, all right.
Yeah.
No, the version on this is fucking amazing.
I do love Bring Me the Disco King.
Yeah. And you can only hear it on YouTube or unless you've got a CD, because when you try and find it on Spotify, it just brings up the original version.
Oh, this version or
the original one for David Bowie?
Oh, the original. Yeah, that one's really hard to find. Actually, speaking of the soundtrack on this, there was a thing in the trivia that pissed me off a little bit. Well, it pissed me off. I was just like, what? Where is it? Yeah, the film seems to have been conceived in part as a modern update of the old Universal horror films of the 1930s and 40s, which we talked about a little bit already.
Yeah.
So instead of Black Velvet Evening Games and Spooky Organs, it featured a whole
There's
cast
a fucking Black Velvet Evening Game. What the fuck do you think Amelia's walking around in? I know it's not velvet, it's brocade, but it's a bloody evening gown. They're all wearing fancy shit. Who the fuck wrote this?
It gets better. It features a whole cast of characters in Matrix-inspired black leather trench coats, and its soundtrack features prominently Evanescence's Amy Lee just as she was becoming a goth icon. Like,
really?
Yeah, I genuinely had to look up to see if she was on the soundtrack. Couldn't find anything about it. One of their songs is on the soundtrack for the later films.
Yeah.
Right.
The fifth track on this album, that's just a 50-second instrumental that has some
warbling.
Yeah, some faint warbling in the background is Amy Lee.
Oh,
that's
for
her.
Fuck's sake.
That's the only thing she features on the soundtrack, and this bullshit piece of trivia was she features prominently in the sound. No, she fucking didn't. On it.
My daughter likes that, so I'm going to try and get them into this article.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that was bullshit. I wasn't happy with that piece of trivia.
I'm not happy about the trench coat reference either, because the Death Dealer's coats have that real throwback to the red coats with all the military ones with all the fancy embroidery and the strapping going across.
Oh yeah, the Death Dealer uniforms are class.
Even the fact that the clasps are these little hooks as well. I just really, really enjoyed that. So no, fuck you and your trench coat comment.
I rated the costume design in a lot of them, to be fair.
They are very wasteful, the Death Dealers, though. Using fancy busts for ammunition.
Yeah.
Or for target practice.
That was brilliant. Squeeze off a few rounds into this Michelangelo's David.
Yeah. And he brings up a new one. It's not like the old one is even... The one she's been shooting at isn't even blown to bits. It's still a bust.
That one.
I'm just thinking, if they're marble, the ricochet off that would be fucking dangerous.
The amount of gun porn and gun facts in the IMBD trivia.
Oh, for this, because of her Beretta.
Every second bit of trivia was just gun fact. Gun fact. If
this was another show, I'd go, I'd have well got 100 facts. I know that.
Just off the guns alone, you could have just been this gun appears, this gun appears, this gun appears. You'd have gotten to 98, and then the other two would have been the two cars that Celine drives.
I know. And they've got a kid together. That's it.
Yeah.
And the dogs, they couldn't get the dogs to chase anybody. They were too happy. The footage of the dogs is them chasing the dogs around playing, and they just had to kind of cut it in between.
And they were wagging their tails. Scott Speedman chasing the dogs. And they edited it so that it looks like the dogs are chasing them.
May as well just run backwards at them.
Yeah. There's some mad interesting trivia for this that I had never come across before. They were sued by White Wolf Incorporated.
Oh, I was reading
and
that.
an author, Nancy A. Collins, because they said that for 17 counts of copyright infringement, claiming over 70 points of unique similarity between the White Wolf role-playing games Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf, The Apocalypse, and The World of Darkness, in which the games are set.
Wow.
Well, I'm aware of Vampire the Masquerade. That's been around for a really, really long time.
And Nancy Collins is the author of a short story, The Love of Monsters, published in 1994 by White Wolf, set in The World of Darkness, which she claims the entire plot of Underworld is based on.
The whole lot.
The suit was settled out of court for undisclosed amounts.
The whole thing was
I'll bet.
And then my other favourite... Sorry, John, go ahead.
No, it's just the exposure. That's the thing. So obviously the game's been about for a while, but the exposure they must have got for this would have been great. But it's like, let's just pounce on it and get some money. So undisclosed sum must have covered it.
Well, I mean, this film did seem to end up being basically a license to print money for Screen Gems, because they greenlit a sequel and the prequel.
Straight away.
Just after the ticket sales on Canada alone, because it opened in Canada before the US.
Yeah, I'd heard that, but I was kind of glad they done the prequel, because in hindsight, I didn't respect it when it first came out, but whereas now when I'm thinking more about it and that's those cut-in scenes, I'm thinking, do you know what, that was probably the best thing to do, the prequel.
Yeah, no, I think the prequel definitely it fleshes out the world a hell of a lot more.
I love the whole tribute aspect of it as well that they have going on, that they still seem to tithe off like the local industries and stuff like that in the modern world. Like they have ins with modern like security and like government and things like that to be able to operate the way they do.
Yeah.
To these holdovers of this ancient hierarchy.
Yeah.
I do like that element of it as well. I think Blade does it as well quite well, with the fact how they try and integrate themselves as in a vampire, as try to integrate themselves into businesses and things like that. I like the idea of that.
I think they make it more of a thing in Blade than they do in this. Certainly in the third film, it's a massive plot point. Yeah.
But that's become, it's very like out in the open, but again, they're in the past where, you know, you didn't question the weird people in the spooky castle. You just showed up and gave them shit and hope you went home.
But that's the thing. See when you watch Bram Stoker's Dracula and you actually watch it for what it was, and you see him trying to buy Carfax Abbey and all these churches and all these these things. You think at the time they're probably thinking, "Oh my god, that's a terrible thing, vampires in there." See when you think about it in hindsight, you think kids would have been safer with fucking vampires in there.
In fairness, he was Irish, so educated in Dublin through probably a Christian Brothers.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Was very, very delusioned with the whole thing. I'm surprised we'd be surprised if that wasn't a dig at them.
A dig at the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. No, there is. I think this film does tread the line between the Gothic vampire side of things and the 2000s new metal gun porn leather Matrix side of things.
This is the new metal version of what Hackers was to grunge. And like the start of that like kind of alternative Lollapalooza style Hack the Planet.
It was Dracula 2000 with Sick Boy in it first, isn't
it? Jesus Christ.
Back in the day.
That's
and old Jerry Butler with his six pack.
Oh god, there's another one.
Takes you back, doesn't it? Jesus, that takes you back. Christopher Plummer was in
it. Jerry Ryan was in it. She's one of the wives.
Oh, sexy 7 and 9.
Is it
Jerry Ryan and her husband Jerry Ryan?
Is Jason Lee in the very start of that film in like the opening scene?
There's something
Who's Dracula?
He's like a priest who gets killed by a vampire or something at the very start of the film.
Who's the Dracula in that?
Gerard Butler.
Is it Gerard Butler?
Gerard Butler.
Yep.
And the whole like thing at the end where they give him the 30 pieces of silver because he's supposed to be Judas Iscariot.
That's about the only thing that I like about that film is the fact that they tried to do something slightly different with the vampire myth.
Yeah. Biblical way.
Yeah, and that's why silver doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, silver and crosses are bad for vampires.
Hacker himself, old Plunkett and McLean.
Yep.
Oh, Jennifer Esposito is one of the sirens.
Oh yeah.
Go back and watch that again.
I'd be seduced. I'd be well seduced.
We'll just do that one next.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Oh no, I feel.
I think that's it. Right, we're just going to start bringing you back to cover shitty vampire films from the 2000s, John.
I'm alright with that if I can think it.
Jesus Christ, Nathan!
And we started with probably the best one. It's all down. Apart from Blade, it's all downhill from here.
Well, oh God, there's a load. There's loads that we could have been doing as well. But this, I think we started on a high because this to me was like everything.
Can we do Van Helsing?
Oh, Van Helsing definitely fits the bill.
Oh God,
And
Jesus.
Kate Beckinsale again.
It's more Kate Beckinsale, only she's on the other side.
Yeah.
She's Van Helsing's
She's
daughter.
killing vampires.
And Huge Jackman. Huge Jackman. Yeah, definitely we need to do that.
And a terrible Frankenstein's monster and a weird monk with comic relief.
Oh, no, the race! Oh, no, that's the right one, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. That is one of my favourite gags ever from Mel Brooks movies.
I watched it a couple of weeks ago. It's still funny, man. Still funny.
I think
Mel
the only
Brooks.
one we're missing is High Anxiety.
Oh God.
Speaking of, I keep saying speaking of, but back to the trivia, there was another amazing bit of parody that I have to find. Underworld was lightly parodied in The Wreathing, a 2010 BBC radio audiobook adaptation of the Simon Brett's Cast in Order of Disappearance. The original story, written in 1975, was relocated to the set of the vampire film for the audiobook and starred Bill Nighy, Victor, in the film, as Charles Paris, a minor British actor and amateur sleuth engaged to play the role of Zabek, a middle-aged management vampire in an organised vampire society. The mystery is set around the actors while on and off set for the film. And Martine McCutcheon plays a character which is loosely based on Kate Beckinsale.
Jesus.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
That sounds fucking amazing.
Let's get that. Let's try and get that dug out on Spotify so we can see if it's all
Yeah, I've got to say.
Well, it was BBC, so it'll probably be up on YouTube. Or
Well, no, it
they'd
should
have
be. The BBC put their stuff up on Spotify.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds good. Let's get involved with that one. Yeah. Because that's like the parody. There's a lot of, because they did a lot of parodies. I actually thought that, seeing Nosferatu, see how they've done with the one with Willem Dafoe. I thought that was a spoof. I thought that was going to be a comedy. Turns out it's no.
With
Shadow of the Vampire.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
Brilliant.
We were going to do that a while back, but I can't remember why we didn't. Oh, I think, do you know what it was? We were going to do it the month that Nosferatu itself turned 100, and we thought, you know what? It'll just get drowned out in all the Nosferatu content. We'll leave it for a while longer.
No, it's really good. Eddie Izzard is in it as well, and he's brilliant.
It's a brilliant film.
Brilliant.
Oh no, it's brilliant. It's really good. But as I say, when I first saw trailers, or a couple of trailers, I actually thought it was going to be like a comedy.
I never actually saw trailers for that.
It was just like, ooh, William Dafoe as Max Schreck as a real vampire. Gets to eat the leading lady.
I thought
fair enough.
Just saw it somewhere, read the back of the DVD and was like, this looks good, let's take it home. And that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, William Dafoe, I'll watch in pretty much anything. Like,
oh yeah, definitely. Spider-Man. Or Spider-Man.
I haven't seen the new one, but basically everyone was like, oh yeah, this is,
he's one of the best
role
things
he's been waiting 10 years to play.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best things in it.
Any facts yourself, John? I bring on the facts guy and then do nothing but spew facts myself.
So this is that. I purposely didn't look for facts because I wanted a break from the norm because I feel as if I'm faxed out. So I thought,
that's fine. No, Planty is obviously just a creature of habit. He brought a few facts with him when we had him on. So
I was going to, but every time I listen to one of our shows, he always does it, and I keep thinking, do you know what? You're giving away some material here. So keep your A game. I was speaking to my partner and I said, "Look, I'm having an easy night, no facts." Because honestly, see if I was going to start doing the facts, I probably would have just done a whole skid of facts. So I would have stopped it. And I knew that as soon as I seen her pulling out the Beretta, I thought, you know what, these are all my guns, and I don't want to be that guy. Nobody wants to be that guy. So that's it.
I don't blame you, especially with the gun things, because if you got started on the guns, we would have been here for another hour at least.
Cars as well. There's a couple of nice cars in there as well. So I purposely stayed away from those.
There's a very nice Maserati.
Yeah. It's nice, isn't it? The white one.
I was like, ooh, Maserati, because it's not very often you see them either. And the nice thing about it is because it was a European production and European director, there's not unnecessary gear changing scenes.
Yes.
They just drive the car.
They just drive.
I know.
I don't need 14 shots of you stepping on the fucking clutch to put it into fifth again.
I know.
There's nothing past fifth. You're not in a lorry.
Just wait till we go all electric. Those films we've done.
There'd be
no car noises at all. Just chasing.
No, they make that like slight hairdryery noise. You can put those little ticker things on the wheels. Do you remember like those things you skate in Kellogg's box that you put around the spokes of your bike?
So you can click just to make sure people don't get run over.
Oh, no,
you can put them on your alloys.
We used to do the cheap version of that, which was just squish a Coke bottle and jam it into the bike tire.
You didn't clip in a playing card and a clothes peg.
No,
and then I had the ones you'll need to put they be things that we both of them, they make like, and it can just sort of go along as if it's the ship in Star Wars, the wee sort of the runner. So people can actually hear it. Like, oh man, we're in the future. We just need hoverboards and we'll be laughing.
Oh yeah.
I'm still waiting, Michael J. Fox.
When was that set? 2015. It's been 7 years.
Yeah, we're well past it at this point. We're past that. We're past Blade Runner. We're past Running Man.
We're past 12 Monkeys.
Yeah, we're past 12 Monkeys.
Well past Judgment Day.
Oh yeah, we're long past Judgment Day.
It's still coming though. You can feel it in the water, can you? That's
we're long past Judgment Day, but getting closer and closer to it every day.
Like actual Skynet. Yeah.
Creeping
and it's Amazon.
Yep. Let's end on a high, guys. Let's.
But John, anything else about Underworld you'd like to add before we wrap up?
So, just like to say, I started watching this thing at a very weird part of my life. I was just married when I first seen this, and I felt as if I was an invincible vampire. Turns out, I'm just a normal guy.
Oh, but what a guy, John! What a guy!
We great taste in music, I might add, though.
Oh, absolutely, and films. Unlike your co-host.
Oh, mate, he's the cunt here. He's the cunt here.
Yeah, you tell him. I'm giving you guys money every month, and exactly. This is the shit that I get back from Grief on his podcast.
Mate, you're paying a cunt. You're paying a cunt. But no, I loved it, and I'm glad you picked it because I feel as if I've not watched it for a long time, and in your head you sort of build these things up, but it still lived up to it. Even the special effects are still good, apart from obviously the quick transformation in the back of a police car. But other than that, I loved it.
Yeah, I think I was. I had watched it recently enough, and I'd never more than a few years passes without me watching this. But I was worried a little bit as well that maybe it hadn't held up because we've gone back to a few films and been like, no, these aren't as badass and kick-ass as I remember them being. They're just cringe-inducing. Yeah.
No, but this has Brian Steele in it, who is the big suit creature guy.
Oh,
he was Harry from Harry and the Hendersons. He's Mr. Wink in Hellboy 2. He's the guy you go to when you want somebody in a big suit.
Yeah, it's Brian Steele.
Oh, yeah. It's like him and Doug Jones. Doug Jones is the guy who does all of the
I love Doug Jones.
Stuff.
Yeah.
He's the skinny guy. Brian Steele's like the big guy, and he does most of the werewolves in this. And he's one of the principal werewolf actors in the third one as well. And I just love him in this because he brings so much physicality to the way they move.
Oh yeah, because I think if you didn't have the mass of somebody under that dress, it would just look like a rubber thing.
Whereas it feels like a real breathing, moving thing. It moves realistically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the werewolf suits and all the werewolf effects are amazing in this film.
Yeah,
and that's I think what it became known for, and
well,
you can
Patrick
see they lean into it as well.
I completely butchered his surname because it's
Patrick Tatat. I'm not
gonna. He was Home and Away.
He was a set designer on this, and then he went on to direct.
He directed the third one,
the Rise of the Lycans, as well. So he worked quite heavily with the creature suits and all the set design, and he's very much responsible for the look of the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The only thing that was out of place was the colour of the hair. She was blonde, wasn't she, in this one? Whereas she's brunette in the third.
Oh,
but in the
I think they have gone back in. They've recoloured it.
The scenes from the third film with Rona Mitra and put them back into the first film.
Ah, right, okay.
Well, she was in contention to play Selene in this.
Yeah,
she was up for Selene.
Yeah,
she's brilliant in
Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Yeah. And The Invisible Man. She was the one at the end, right? When she was sitting in her room just doing her own business, and then bloody...
Is she?
Kevin Bacon, yeah, it was her.
Kevin Bacon Invisible Man. The one where they make the gorilla the gorilla only goes like half invisible, so it's just like a nervous system running around.
Yeah,
it's fucking weird.
It's good though, but that was probably the first thing I seen her in.
No, I'm delighted when she was in the third one as Selene, because I do enjoy her in the role, and it's different, or as Sonia, because it's a different enough character to Selene, because Selene is very like somber and serious. serious and we're getting the job done and I have to go and do the things now and nobody else listens to me, so I'm going to go and fucking do it myself.
Yeah.
And fuck you, and fuck you, and I found my own proof, so fuck you.
It is a bit like that, alright.
She's very much going to burn the world down to prove she's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm definitely glad they stuck with her as the character rather than Scott Speedman.
Yeah,
for the remaining films.
She's far more interesting of a character.
She acted enough for both. He was. Yeah. I just didn't rate Scott Speedman at all. But
No. And as I said earlier, when he was competing against those three main actors,
he didn't stand a chance.
He did.
Oh no, definitely.
And even less so in the second film.
It is very phoned in though.
But I think after them I'm actually going to go straight on to 3.
Just going to skip the second one.
I'm just going to skip 2 and go to 3.
But
obviously I'll go back.
Yeah.
But
it's worth it for Marcus. Because he's great fun in the second one.
I like the special effects with the wings and the truck. The scene with the truck. I like that. I thought that was quite good. But I think I'll just jump to 3 and then go back to 2.
I think the best stuff.
Derek Jacobi was in it, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he plays
the dad. He's
the original immortal in it.
Alexander.
Yeah, so it's Jesus. So
more great talent in it. And
who's the guy in Exile who has the werewolves in the thing?
Tanith, I think.
He's great fun.
Tannis or something like that. He's
good
fun as
the
well.
Playboy Exile with the pet werewolves.
He's in
the
he's in the third film as well.
Yeah.
Because he's the one, you find out why he ends up getting exiled, because in the third film he's the one who kind of helps or tries to help the two of them, Sonia sneak off so that he can end up getting her seat on the council.
Yeah.
And he ends up getting exiled instead.
And it always away.
Yeah, and so I think the lore filling stuff of the second film is where it's stronger than the stuff in the modern day.
Yeah.
All the flashback stuff is great, where they're like hunting the old werewolves and stuff.
Yeah. I like that. I think that's probably why I was more intrigued with the first one, because of those flashbacks, because it draws you in. But then you hear the story and like, oh man, I've been hating bloody the Lycans all this time, and it turns out they're the good guys. It's like a whole
it turns out
Labour Tory thing.
Victor's the big prick.
Turns out none of them are the good guys. But no, it was a good pick. So thank you very much for letting me rant about it with you. To be fair,
no, delighted to have you on, and will be. Love, yes, bleh. No, I do the Victor scoff when he hears Michael's name. I love that. I love when Bill Nighy just overacts in this film.
Oh no, he was like, this is my Frank Langella moment.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, no, definitely. Yeah, no, definitely.
I am going to chew everything. Give me fancy coats.
He knew he only had at least 10, 15 minutes at most, so he was going to make the most of it, and you could really tell.
Yeah. And he really, really did.
Like when he has his triumph, which is his entry into the werewolf lair, and that wolf comes running at him, and he's just like, by the throat, and then looks at him, and then snaps his neck.
Yeah.
And he's like, you don't fuck with me, and then takes out the sword. And it's like, dude, he's dead.
Yeah, I know.
It's just the final, whatever.
He really sunk his teeth into the role.
Oh, yes, John, yes.
Sorry.
That's why we brought you on. That is why we brought you on. And what I was struggling to say there was that we'd love to have you back to review more Underworld films in the future.
I'd be glad. Yeah, oopla!
Bill Nighy getting progressively more insane as the character does, because Victor in the third one is full blown crackers.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Like the fact that it's pulled back in the first one.
Yeah. He held it back, but I think they let him loose in the third one. But yeah, I'm happy to come on and do some more of these if you want. That'd be good.
But in the meantime, John, where can our listeners find you when you're not on here making fun of vampire movies with us?
You can get us on Spotify, 100 Things We Learned About Film. Everywhere, to be honest. Twitter, 100 Things. I think we've got what's that, TikTok?
Are you on TikTok as well?
He's on TikTok.
I'm going to go find your TikToks.
Yeah. So we're on TikTok,
I'm going to leave you abusive comments.
So you can find us anyway. And I've stuck some stickers around about the Stirling area. So if anybody sees any of the stickers, feel free to just type it into the URL and find us.
No, I have to say I love listening to you guys every week. I haven't quite made it through your back catalogue because you've got so many episodes.
I'm like, oh no, that's a bad thing. So right, so this is what I need. This is what my hope is. You've not done the back catalogue, so I'm hoping that the first one we did was unedited. We literally just did it for the first time. We didn't know how to edit. We didn't know, so it's totally unedited with the coughs and the ums and ahs. So for 100th episode, I want to do it again. I want to do the crow again, but do it justice.
Yeah, no, Planty was saying, and
they're all TikToks at the top of his head. They're all. Can he stop standing in direct fucking sunlight or put a hat on?
I know. The glare.
We've abused the poor fella enough for one day.
And he's not even here. Too busy in his house abusing himself.
A little bit of fame truly never did anybody any harm.
Exactly.
Looking forward to you guys revisiting The Crow for your 100th episode.
It should be good. We will do it justice, don't you worry.
Yeah, and you've just finished up with Sly Timber, which was great fun.
Oh, why did you do Slytober? It makes so much more sense.
No, they're doing Freetober.
We couldn't get into rhyme with Schwarzenegger.
Well, I was saying to Planty earlier that you should do No Van Damber.
I like
it. And then it gets better. You should do Dolph Sember.
Or Patrick Swayze July, because I don't give a shit.
Yeah, sure. Just any of them.
Oh, right.
Brian Dennehy February. There you go.
Exactly. Aye, good point.
Brian Dennehy.
I don't know. It was just random. Just pull out any old name, and Brian Dennehy came out first for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, but no, thank you for this. It's been great. It's been fun. No, it's fun on 100 things, but yeah, it's been different. I've not adhered to any formula, so thank you very much for having me, guys.
No, it was nice to let you have you break out and cover some old crap with us.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely up for that. Yeah. We'll try and pick something of this caliber, because I feel as if we were to get something lesser, we'd probably just rip it to shreds and talk about it for ages and talk about other films, just so we don't need to talk about that film. That's what usually happens.
we were definitely nicer than I was expecting this time around.
Yeah, you're very pleasant. When Planty says you're an absolute cunt, I thought you were actually going to be an absolute cunt. Turns out he lied.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thunk it?
But John, look, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing you guys crack on at The Crow again. And we will be back next week with some more spooky films for October. But until then, guys, thanks for joining us. And if you want, you can head back and listen to our previous 20-something odd podcasts on our favourite films. And check out our podcast on Amazon's superhero TV show, The Boys. And if you want to come and find us on socials, you can find us on Twitter at rantsmono, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys. And you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening. John, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
See you guys. Like and subscribe.
We are Science Fiction Remnant.
This is the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We are the Caribbean Science Fiction Network.
We are Monorants.
We are One Accord Level 2 Podcast.
This is Jesse from Sudden But Inevitable and Open Pike Night.
This is Sci-Fi.